Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the daily cards for the 10th of October 2017. How are you all doing? Before I start the reading, I just want to apologise for the weeklies, or the fortnightlies it was this week, not going out. I did start a few of them, and those of you that seen, I've done a little live on YouTube, just saying that I was having issues with my head. Some of you know, some of you don't. I have a tumour within my head. It's benign, it's not cancerous or anything like that, and usually it is absolutely great, but when it plays up, basically I just need to rest, and this weekend has pretty much it's been working itself, so I haven't managed to get any more of the videos done. I will get them done as soon as possible. I've got a very busy week this week, and I'm away next week as well, so it's like I say, time is very precious, but I am trying and I will do what I can. Okay, so apologies if they aren't up. Huge apologies for that. I'm really sorry, but you know, there's nothing I can do. I do what I can. Okay, so right, today I'm using the Tarot Apocalypse again. Now, when I went to shuffle the cards, a card fell out before I pulled it, and it's a card that we had last week. So the one that fell out was the Star, but it fell out in the reverse position. But the main card that came out was the Sun, so that's really good. I had a dream last night as well where the Sun and the Moon were both in the sky at once. It was really bizarre, and I was trying to take a photograph of it and I couldn't. But yeah, so what this is saying is, I feel with this Star reversed, I feel this is like a little bit feeling this week, maybe like you have lost your way a little bit, maybe like it's like a refusal to see hope in the darkness, sort of saying, well, this is how everything is and this is how it's going to stay. So a little bit stubbornness coming in with this as well. And I really feel that there is sort of a separation between your spiritual life and your material life. So it's sort of going back into that 3D world where it's like, all right, okay, everything is shit and this is how it's going to stay, you know, and not actually having the hope that things can get better. Now, you know, we have to believe, you know, it's like when we believe it, that's when we see it. A lot of people say seeing is believing, you know, but it's once we believe it, this is when we see it. That is the law of attraction, you know, one of the biggest karmic laws, you know, it's we need to believe that we can, and then we will, you know. If you believe you can't or you believe you can, you're right. This is it. So this is saying, don't lose hope, you know, don't sink back into that darkness because that darkness is comfortable and that is what you know, because the sun is shining here and we cannot live without light, you know. Yes, it's great to go in the dark sometimes, but we need to step into the light as well. And this is what it's saying. Now, with the sun is very, it's a very powerful thing. You know, a lot of people used to worship the sun gods and everything like that for years. And a friend once said to me that I was like the sun. She said, you're like the sun, Tanya. She said, some people like to be around you and bask in it and bask in your rays sort of thing, but other people are scared that they're going to get burned, you know, so they will hide themselves away. And this is what I feel is coming up with this. Now, this is such a positive card. The energy with this when I picked it up was absolutely amazing. And what this is saying is that, you know, there's so much light there and there is truth in this light. So it's saying with the sun, there is truth about to be revealed. There is revelations, you know. This is what is coming in with this. Now, if we look at the sun is very powerful and it can burn away what is no longer needed. Okay, but it can also encourage new life to grow. Without sunshine, we have no growth, okay? And if you think, even within our bodies, you know, sun helps us to produce vitamin D, which keeps us strong, you know, it helps our bones. We feel better when we're in the sun, you know, everybody, you get that sun-kissed look and that sun-kissed glow, you know, because the sunshine, people smile more when it's sunny. You know, so this is saying that the sun is coming in at the moment because it wants to illuminate you. It's wanting to lead you to the truth and to the light so that you can descend from this darkness that you've been in. And it wants to cut away the cords that are binding you and keeping you in this dark place. So like I say, there's big revelations coming here. And this illumination might not be gentle, you know, but it burns away any shadows. If you think if there's shadows and the sun comes out, you know, they disappear. So this could blind us with the truth a bit. But what is happening is our soul is raising in vibration. And our soul is basically when we are living from our soul, and when our soul is at its highest, this is when we are in a natural state of illumination. You know, we are aware of everything. We are living in the light. We are feeling this warm glow within us, not just externally as well. And this is when we get into a place of happiness and bliss. Now, when I woke up this morning, I was walking downstairs and a song was playing in my head really, really loudly. And it's a song by a band, The Tams, and it's called Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Happy. And I wasn't quite sure of it. I listened to it while I was pulling the cards there. And it's basically about, you know, like going back to childlike, you know, you know, joy is our birthright, and this is what we should be experiencing as well, you know. So we need to find that inner child within us, and we need to let it out to play. The fool is about taking a risk. And, you know, if we look, the fool within tarot is number 0. He takes the risk and he starts again. He wipes the slate clean, forgetting what has came before, so that he can actually start a new adventure as well. And this makes him happy. So that song, Be Young, Be Foolish, Be Happy, is so apt for these cards. Because when the sun is coming here, it's talking about you, like a time of you feeling free, possibly freer than you have in years, you know. It's a great time to go on holiday or anything like that as well. And this, it brings with it such a wonderful warm energy. You know, it's like, you know, when you feel the sun on your face after the winter and the first time the sun comes out, and it's like, right, you know, that cold dark winter has disappeared, and this is what it's trying to say, you know. They're giving me that quote there. What is it? I found in the midst of winter, I found within me an invincible summer. And that's it. It doesn't matter what the external circumstances are or whatever. If you have sunshine in your soul, you will be able to get through them, you know. So it doesn't matter how dark things are getting or how dark things have been. You know, you still have that inner sunshine that can radiate. And when we're looking at the sun as well, the sun is linked to our solar plexus, which is our personal power center. It's just below our breastbone. And I often say to people, imagine that there is a sun there, okay? And let this sun, you know, glow bright and bright. Feel its rays penetrating you. Feel its rays coming through your body, you know, and this allows you to step into your power as well. You know, so it's a fabulous, fabulous card here. Very, very positive it is as well. It's like the clouds are now starting to part, and there is a positivity coming to you as well. You know, if it's not here yet, it will be soon. The sun as well is, we think it's a circle, isn't it? You know, and this represents wholeness. It's completion. It's the end of a cycle. Okay, you are ready to start a new cycle here. You know, it's like, you know, it's a very, very karmic card, and it tells you to trust in the universe, and whatever the universe is giving you, trust it, because the universe has your back. You know, I've heard a quote over and over this weekend. It's been really bizarre, and I had quite a lot of revelations on, I think it was Thursday or Friday night last week. I'll not go into them today with this, but I realised the discord that I was feeling was because I wasn't coming from my soul. I'd ventured into fear, and fear was taken over. Okay, and it was a huge, like, revelation that I actually got. And the quote that I heard was, I've got it on my phone here, and it was Dr. Michael Beckwith said it, and it made so much sense. And he said there, the pain pushes until the vision pulls. So if you are experiencing pain or discomfort or whatever, that is pushing you to find another way. Okay, pain alerts us that something isn't right, that something is wrong. So if we are feeling pain in any part of our body or emotionally, you know, it is saying, it's like a red alert, there is something not right, there is something not right. Okay, but then the vision is pulling us, you know, so our hopes and dreams is pulling us. So the pain is trying to push us towards them, and we're resisting and staying in the pain. But once we make that little move, then the vision can get a hold of us and pull us into that, you know. So like I say, they're working in unison together, you know. So pain is working for us in a way, because it's telling us that we need to do something different. We need to get out of that place that is causing us pain. You know, if somebody is standing there kicking you, you move out the way. You know, you don't just stand there and say, right, come on, kick me a little bit more. You know, you don't. We try to divert from pain. You know, if somebody comes over to hit you, you flinch. But within emotions, often we stick in this pain and we just stay there and we like accept it and then complain about how much it hurts without actually saying, right, okay, I need to move, or I need to move on, or I need to make changes to stop this pain happening. So, right, okay, I don't know why that came in there. But this card is telling us this. It's like, go towards the vision, you know, because this speaks of a rebirth. It's like your inner light starting to radiate again. You know, it is a breakthrough card. But often a breakthrough comes after a breakdown. But this is saying you are coming out of the darkness. You know, the sun is like enticing you, saying, come on, you know, come to me. You know, it's fun here. You will experience joy. You will experience happiness. You know, so this is saying your energy may be low at the moment, you know, and when your energy is low, what do they say? Get out in the sunshine. You feel energized. You can actually take from the sun. The sun is wanting to give you some of this positive energy as well, because when our energy is low, it affects our aura, and this then affects what we give out to other people, you know. So this causes a knock-on effect with those around us. If you know, there's my daughter came in at the weekend and she seen an old friend of mine. Now this friend is doing amazingly. He's in a band and the band is like world famous and everything like that. And they're all over, and he's a fabulous guy. But it's great to watch the rise, you know, in the last few years with him. And I've never seen him for a long time. And he'd been talking to my daughter at the weekend, and he'd said, oh, how's Tanya doing, you know? And he said, I don't know what it is. Whenever I come away from talking to Tanya, I feel uplifted. There's something about it. He says, I know she's in all this spiritual stuff, but he said, I feel uplifted, you know? And this is what this is saying. You know, when you are not coming from that sunshine base, when you are not letting your inner light shine, you will affect those around you. So how do you want to affect those? Do you want to affect them on a positive, or do you want people to walk away and go, you know, I feel really uplifted after I've seen them? Or do you want them to go away and go, God, an hour with them and I'm so drained? You know, because this is what we happen. So we need to know, we make a choice ourselves of where we want to inhabit, but we need to know that this affects other people as well, you know. So sometimes it's easier to do something to help other people than it is to help ourselves, if that makes sense. So this is saying you need to let your inner light shine strongly, you know. You are a being of light. That is what you are, you know. And with light comes love. You know, I don't like the term love and light. I really don't. I think it's been used to bits. That's why. It's not the term I don't like. It's the way it's used. You know, there are so many people, I've heard people be massively venomous to people and then say at the end of it, love and light, you know, and it's like, fuck off, you know, that's not how it was. That was not the intent. And also, they're saying their intent, you know, intent is very important. So, you know, when you're looking at something maybe somebody else has done or that you've done, have a look at what the intent is behind it, because it may be taken in a different way. But if it has came from a loving place and it is filled with light and it is positive, you know, and it's meant in that way, then, like I say, if you know, if somebody says you've done it wrong, then that's their bag, you know. This is it. This is about positivity. Positivity breeds positivity, okay? So if you are coming from a negative place, you cannot expect positivity to come to you. You need to be positive within yourself, and then this is what you will attract. Like I say, like the sun's rays, you will go out and you will penetrate things, and you will make other people more positive as well by you being in this positive state. So this card is saying today, it's like, turn your face towards the sun and the shadows will fall behind you. Okay, so if you want to step out of the darkness, the sun is there. If we have a look at it, it looks like he's breaking free from an egg here, and he's, you know, he's going up. There's a ladder there, you know, and if we look how powerful it is, we've got the fire there, and the fire is indicating passion, you know, passion for life, you know, passion for another person, passion for basically everything, you know, being passionate about, you know, the little things as well as the big things, and having this fire in your body that is going to actually drive you on, you know, and also being around things that fuel this fire as well. He has the sword here. Now, this is to cut through any bullshit, okay? This is also, it's like the sword of truth, okay? It's communication. It's clear, concise communication. Saying what you feel as well is a massive way to end discord. A lot of times we sit and we go, oh, I can't say that. What'll somebody think? What'll blah, blah, blah. If that is your truth, speak your truth, even if your voice is shaking, you know? And this is when, you know, you will have this illumination. You know, there's a golden light around him there, and golden is the biggest light of protection. It's the most important, you know. So this is saying it is such a positive time. And if we have a look, behind him there is darkness. It's black, but look at that. That has lit up the whole sky, you know. So if you want positivity in your life, then you need to actually allow your light to shine, and that light in the dark, your light shining in your darkness will illuminate your way for you and bring you into a more positive state of being. Okay, so I really like those cards. What I don't like is the Osho card. Now, as we know, Osho is, just seen that there, it's Salvador Dali, the most crazy man ever, but absolutely fabulous. He makes me smile as soon as whenever I see him in interviews, old interviews and anything, he really makes me smile. He was wacky, but he didn't bother what anybody said, and this is what this is talking about as well. So yeah, the reason I don't like the Osho is, as we know, Osho, the tarot cards will tell us what is going to happen. This is the way I find these. But the Osho tells us how it is, you know, the Osho, like, sort of, right, okay, that's all very well and good, but this is how things are at the moment. And I feel that this is a very sad card, this Osho card, because if we look at it, the figure in it has no head. He has a box, and this is like boxing himself off, okay, and it's filled with things from the past, things that have been said, things that have been done, things they've said, other people have said, whatever, you know, this is what it's filled with, and the figure is clinging that tightly to it that it cannot actually see anything else. You know, this is what's at the forefront of its mind, all of this mind fog. It often reminds me of like the game of snakes and ladders, this as well. So it's like, right, you're going up and then coming down and whatever. And it's like a crazy maze, you know, within your head of your thought pattern that is linked to the past as well. So like I say, if they were to take that box off their head, they would notice all of these beautiful stars behind them, which stars are hopes and dreams. You know, these are our wishes coming true. They would also notice that there's a champagne glass there, so there is cause for celebration. The blue indicates healing, and the green here indicates the heart chakra. And yes, it's got patches on. It's been sewn, it's been damaged. But that is what our heart is there for, you know. It needs to go through the damage in order then to realise when it is in a safe place, you know. So, like I say, whatever heartbreak or whatever you've experienced in the past, look at that as a learning tool so that you know when your heart is not safe and when your heart is safe, but it is still beating. And when you come from a heart base rather than a fear base, you know, this is when you can open up to the positivity that life wants to give you. We work from love and fear all of the time, you know, and when we are coming from a love base, fear cannot exist. When we are coming from a fear base, love cannot exist. So it's up to you to choose which one that you want. And living in the past keeps us living in a fear base. It doesn't allow the love in, you know. So this is what we need to do. Take this box away. You know, like I say, they cannot see this. The preoccupation with the past here has taken over the head, and it is not allowing this person or you to experience the happiness that you deserve and that is there for you as well. This card is also saying be careful what you are dismissing at this time as well. You may be going over and over in your head with stuff, and you're getting yourself into this mess. You're boxing yourself off, you know, from the real world as well. So there's a lot of confusion coming in with this, and you know, this confusion can be internal as well, and there can be conflicting thoughts and anxiety around this. But what we need to realize is the past is the past for a reason. It's gone. It's past. We cannot go back and change it, you know. There are certain things that we think, God, I should have done that differently or whatever, but we can't. We need to accept them as how they are. And no matter how much we ponder it, we overanalyze it or what, the past is not coming back. And even if it did come back, it could never be the same because the damage has been done, you know. So this is saying it's time to face facts today. The past is gone. That chapter is over. And any effort you make to repeat it will keep you stuck. Also, look at what you've done in the past, you know, that you've regretted. And, you know, with that, we learn, you know, we never lose. We either win or we learn. So look at situations in the past which could be very similar to a situation you're having now, and look at how you would have done that differently, you know, because if we don't learn from the past, you know, what is the point of the pain? The pain is there to teach us, and if we carry on sort of doing the same old, you know, we are going to experience that pain again. So look at how you could do differently, because like I say, there is something being dismissed here, I feel. But this is saying this sort of thought pattern, you have outgrown it, you know, and when you are clinging, you know, holding on is often harder than letting go. You've been through whatever you've been through, and I'm not dismissing that fact at all. But don't let it sort of affect your future by keeping you stuck in that. Because clinging causes misery. And this is clinging to people. This is clinging to old thought patterns, you know, old ways of being. If they're working for you and you are happy and joyful and going out every day skipping, then great. You don't have to change anything. But if you're living in the darkness and you're not happy and you're in this state of horrible anxiety, you know, where you cannot step into your power, you know, because you're in your head. You're not in your feels. You know, you're in your head. If you are in that state, you know, you do not like being there. So this is saying, put that box down, tie a ribbon on it and let it go. You know, this is it. The past cannot be changed. It can only be learned from. And your future is what you can actually dictate and change as well. Life is passing you by at the moment. Every single day is another day off our clock, you know. So it's not like, oh, well, I'll wait, or, oh, I need another 6 months to get rid of, you know, the past stuff or whatever. Get rid of it now. Dump the baggage now, you know. Because like I say, life is passing you by, and you are in danger of becoming old before your time. You know, age has nothing to do with being old. This has what to do with being old. And this has as well. When you are young at heart, you will be young in your head. You know, when you have all of these troubles and all of this going on in your head, your heart starts to grow old. And that is what you don't want. You know, you need to sort of be in the present. You know, that is it. You're being given a gift. They're saying here, it's a gift. There you go. The present, you know. So make your presence be felt. And also, like I say, be careful that you are not losing a diamond here, you know, when you are too busy going through old stones. I don't know why they've just said that, you know. But I hope that makes sense. And then the Colette Baron Reid card that I have is to the sea. Now, I seen this card and I got a breath of relief, because next week I'm going to the sea and I'm going to be at the sea. And you know, when I'm at the sea, that is when I'm calm. I go to the sea to laugh. I go to the sea to cry. When I'm happy, I'm there. When I'm sad, I'm there. You know, it's like I say, I go to the sea. And what this is saying is that this is a time when you need to like go with the flow of life. Stop restricting it, okay? You're being pushed by the pain, remember? The vision is trying to pull you, but if you're resisting, you're going nowhere. So this is saying, you know, allow things to be fluid, allow things to be effortless as well. When you go with the flow, you know, you end up where you need to be. So this is saying, ride this wave of opportunity that is coming in for you at the minute, because the conditions are perfect. You don't have to wait and say, oh, you know, it's not the right time, or it's whatever. It's like conditions are perfect now. So you need to trust the universe. You need to allow faith in as well, and you need to like sort of allow yourself to go with the flow here. It's a time of relaxing, okay? Not planning, not anything like that. Just going with the flow and see where this journey takes you. This could be with another person. Don't analyze it. Don't project it. Don't anything. Go with the flow, you know, and see where this mutual journey leads you as well. You know, so it's like I say, this is stop trying to control things as well. If we have a look, she is just in a paper boat, but she is sailing on them seas, you know. There's binoculars there which are showing backwards, and this is saying stop looking at the past. You need to see where you are going forward, and this is where this arrow is pointing. You know, this arrow is pointing you forward, not backwards, you know. And like I say, there's a deepness here as well. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion coming in with this, but you are being guided with it, you know. So this is what it's saying. It's a number 7, and 7s are about tests, you know. So this is it. You are being given a test at the moment. You know, you are being given a test, and this is, what are you going to do? Are you going to let go of the past and go into your future, or are you going to stay stuck in the dark where you aren't happy? So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull a spirit card here for you and see what spirits have to say. Right, okay. Oh, right. This one flew out there. I didn't even get to shuffle them. So this is called positive outcome, okay? And they're saying there is hope. Don't give up now. Have faith, trust. The forces of love are at work behind the scenes. Expect a joyous and positive outcome, okay? So if we have a look, she is in alignment there. Them stars that she is starting to dismiss there are still there, and once she actually gets them in alignment, you know, once she is vulnerable, once she is free, this is when she will get this positive outcome. She is relaxing there into it. She is letting what happens happen. If we have a look, there's a lot of the colours within this are like rose quartz. There's a lot of security as well coming with the reds and the oranges, and the emotions and the pleasure centre as well, our root chakra, our sacral chakra, you know. And rose quartz is the stone of love. You know, this is self-love. This is harmonious relationships. This is, you know, it's allowing love to come in. So this card is saying the forces of love are at work behind the scenes. So there is a joyous and positive outcome coming for you. You just need to start to believe, and you need to put the past down and realize that, you know, it doesn't exist anymore, but your future does, and you can make it what you want. And with them cards, your future can be happy, 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 you know. So all you need to do is be young, be foolish, and be happy, you know, and put that song on after you've listened to this, and it will energize you, okay? So I hope that makes sense. I have no availability for readings this week, and I'm pretty full for the next couple of weeks. So if you do go on my website, if you do want to book a reading, the link is below. You will be able to see what availability I have, but it is very limited this month as well. Thank you to everybody who has been sending donations. Thank you to everybody who has sent me gifts. I've had some beautiful gifts this week, and I really need to get to the people and write to them. I've just, like I say, my head's been really, really bad with pain, so I haven't done that yet. But thank you so much to Robin and to Ronnie. You know, the gifts, I am over the moon. I will be in touch with you at some point today, okay? But thank you as well for everybody that watches this channel. It is massively appreciated, and I'm just so sorry that I haven't been as on the ball the last couple of weeks as what I normally am. But once I come back, it should get it should. I like I say, I don't know whether it will, but it should be a little bit more organized again, okay? So I'm sending a lot of love to you all today, and like I say, you know, joy is our birthright, you know, and just that's what you need to live in, okay? Go and find the joy. Sat Nam.